Yo, this is T.Y Vegas. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Rolling around my nine, yeah. I'm just passing the time. Shit right on my lap, I don't grab from my side. Reaching, yeah, he jumping this car.
All right, so we got the one and only T.Y Vegas jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, bro.
What's good, man? Long time coming, man.
Yes, sir, man. Welcome back, I should say, too.
Yeah.
First interview, but not your first time sitting on these steps.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. I had to wait my turn real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's important. Nah, don't try to make everything about you. I know I'll be here eventually.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. And how you feeling today, too, bro?
I'm tired, man, but I feel great, though.
That's the Atlanta lifestyle right there, man.
I'm telling you, man. You would think after 4 years living here that I'd be used to the shit, but every day is just my body tell me otherwise. Like, nah, nigga, I'm tired.
Nah, real shit, man. And who you got sitting on those steps with you today, too?
Your boy Shy T is what it is, Mr. Womo, Mr. Walking on my own. Respect all fair name.
This my brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He like, there's a bunch of motherfuckers like, yo, I want to come, but everything ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Well, this a nigga that I know I could count on, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's solid.
No, that's just good, man. So we're going to just go ahead and dive into this story, man. So
Let's do it.
visit us from Syracuse, New York. Not too many artists have blessed us, you know, from Syracuse on these steps, bro. So fill us in on the way of life, man. What really be going on up in Syracuse, bro?
So a lot of people got like this misconception that Syracuse is like a farmland where there's just a bunch of cows and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Syracuse, I remind niggas, like Syracuse is still New York. You know what I'm saying? So shit that's going on in New York is going on in the town too. I feel like we come from a small market, you know what I'm saying? So we don't got a lot of opportunities, just like you said. A lot of people from Syracuse haven't been on these steps. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of me's in Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers that's talented that just don't got the resources or they don't got the opportunities. A lot of motherfuckers never left the city.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like, seeing shit like this, hopefully it can motivate motherfuckers like, yo, it's possible. It's possible to get here, you know what I'm saying?
And has the city changed much over the years since you were younger up until today? Or is it pretty much looking the same shit going on, or?
I feel like the city hasn't changed much, but like the culture has changed so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 31, so I grew up in the early 2000s and shit where stuff was like primarily based on hustling. Like people was trying to get money and shit. But now the generation is cooked. So people were just like, it's little niggas outside with guns at like 10, 12 years old.
Shit, wow.
And like they listening to the music and they see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like day to day, Syracuse is just like, it's a get money town. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of hustlers there. The college is there, so it bring a lot of outsiders and shit. So it's cool though. It's like a small New York City basically.
Yeah, I would think with the university being there, it's bringing so much money. 'Cause
Yeah.
these kids coming from somewhere, you know what I'm saying? They bringing some money into the
Yeah.
city, man.
It's fucked up though because my little sister, she's from Syracuse, but she went to Syracuse University. And when they went to the orientation, she in there at the freshman orientation, and they telling them like, yo, don't mingle with the people from the town, like people from the city.
For
Like,
real, not
like,
knowing she was
so
from there.
Syracuse is like downtown, but there's projects downtown called the PH. And it's like separated by a bridge. So they used to tell them like, don't go under the bridge because you're gonna be right in the projects.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? So Syracuse kind of try to keep the professional school world and the city separate, but that shit don't work. Like
God damn.
people they want to party, they want to buy weed and shit like that. Who you think they gonna go to? People from the city. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if it's that close, man.
Bro, it's literally, I'm talking about you could be downtown and walk for 5 minutes. Now you're in the middle of the university.
God damn.
Yeah, it's close. That shit close.
So talk to us about your childhood, your upbringing. Like, what were you into as a kid and everything growing up?
I was a good kid, man. Like, I was focused on sports early. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did good in school. I mean, of course, I was a boy, so I was rebellious. I used to get into little shit with my friends, but I mean, yeah, I was doing regular shit that boys do. We outside, we playing football, we playing basketball. We might see a bike, steal that shit, you know what I'm saying? Go ride around the city for a little while, drop that shit off somewhere. But before the streets corrupted me, it was good. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Like my parents my dad wasn't really around, he was in the feds. But my mom, like she did what she could to make sure I had what I needed. I probably didn't have everything I wanted, but I definitely had what I needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the struggling and shit that I went through was basically my decision. You know, like.
What led to you jumping off the porch then?
Really just not having my dad around, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was married to my stepdad in 2002 or some shit like that. So he been around since I was like 4 or 5 years old. But then, you know, he had kids with my mom and then they got married. So it was kind of like, he didn't tell me like, yo, I don't fuck with you, but that's how it felt.
Really?
You get what I'm saying? Like it felt like
Because he wasn't your kid.
Yeah.
Or
And
his
before,
kid,
I'm 5 years older than my sister. So it was just me and him for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And it was one way. But then my sister came along, it kind of became a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he never told me though, like, yeah, I don't fuck with you or nothing like that. This is how I felt. And it kind of pushed me to want to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? And then what's the first thing outside your door? It's the street. You know what I'm saying?
How long was your pops locked up? At like what age?
So I was born in 1993, and my pops went to the feds around like 96.
Oh, shit.
95, 96. But he was down here already though. Like he was already coming to Atlanta and shit. But by the time it was time for me to like know him and shit, he was gone. And he was gone for like 10 and a half, 11 years. So I didn't really meet him face to face till I was like 14. 13,
Really?
14
You didn't
years
get
old.
to visit him or anything when he was in the feds?
Nah, not really. Like he wanted me to, but when I was young, I was scared as fuck of the police. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Like according to my mom, like I was scared of them and shit. So she didn't want to bring me at a young age. She didn't want to bring me. But then like when I got older, it kind of just was like normal that I'm not going to see you.
Yeah.
Like, but he wasn't really calling me and shit anyway. So you can't really miss what you don't know
Yeah,
at the time.
exactly. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So when he comes home, do you guys start to build a relationship at all?
It's crazy because listen to what this nigga did. So he come home from the feds, and I don't know him. I never had a conversation with him, I never seen him or none of that shit. But I know my dad's family though, like my cousins and my aunts and uncles, I know them. So one day, it's like 9 o'clock at night or some shit, a school night. I don't remember what day it is, but it's a school night. And get a knock at the door. I open the door and it's my cousin. But he like a year younger than me or some shit. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, somebody want to meet you. So I come outside and it's a big brolic ass nigga just standing in the driveway. But it's nighttime though. It's street lights. He got a hood on, so he got a hood on. He looking down like this. And I walk up to him and he like, you know who I am? I'm like, nigga, I can't see you. Nah, I don't know who you is. Then he take his hood off, and I've never seen this nigga's face up to this point. But as soon as he take his hood off,
never a picture or nothing?
Nothing.
Damn.
I never seen his face, nothing. So he take his hood off, and I automatically know who it is. I'm like, oh nigga, you my dad. Like you
kind of look like you,
He
or?
look exactly like me, bro.
Oh, shit.
He look exactly like me. So after that, we began to build a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From when I was 14.
Okay, and what was that like, man? And kind of building a
That shit-
relationship with your pops, man, that
it
you
was-
didn't know your whole life up until that
It
point.
was amazing, bro, because for the obvious reasons, you know, you want to know who your parents is and shit like that. You want to know where you come from. But it was cool because I started to be able to understand myself a little bit more. Like I would see how he handled certain situations or how he fly off the handle with certain shit, and it makes sense because nobody in my mom's family is really like me in that way. So like as I started to know him, I'm like, oh, this shit makes sense. Like this is why I do this. And then like he rapped, he did music before he went to the feds. Like I think he was fucking with Dipset South for a little while.
Okay.
And I didn't know that though. Like I didn't know he did music or none of that shit. But like I've been doing this since I was like 9 years old, 10 years
Oh,
old.
shit.
So it's like, damn, like this shit, it's crazy. Like I know nothing about this nigga and I'm still just like you. Like that shit is wild, bro. Like,
That shit is. So you guys didn't have any phone calls while he was locked up? Nothing? No letters? Like, was your mom like keeping you away from him, or was it more just your decision?
Nah, she wasn't even keeping him away from me. When I was young, she was like, nah, I'm not taking you to visit him because like you would piss on yourself basically every time you get around the police. You're scared of him like that. You know what I'm saying? So she never stopped the relationship, but she didn't really encourage it either.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could go ask her a question like, yo, what about my dad? Like she'll answer it. And I'm sure if I would have asked her like, yo, I want to talk to him. If I would have been on her ass about it, then she would have made it happen.
Okay.
But it's kind of like I just was not knowledgeable about a lot of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know how that shit worked. I didn't know how long he was in jail, how long he would be there. I didn't know if it was a reason why he couldn't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I got mad at the siblings, but we don't got the same mom, so I don't really know how it's going there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And what's your mom's reaction when you tell him like, shit, I just met my dad?
I mean, she was standing right there.
Oh, for real?
They
Okay,
came to my house. You know what I'm saying?
So she wasn't tripping or nothing like that?
Nah, she wasn't mad or nothing. She was actually happy because she seen how excited I was.
Yeah.
And like as soon as I met him, I left with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I got in the car and left. But yeah, she never stopped it or nothing. Like she never made me feel bad about it or she was supportive. But it's kind of just like she wanted me to have my own experience. Like she didn't want to cloud it in no way or force me to know him or force me to not know him.
Yeah.
I guess she was just waiting until I was ready.
Okay. And he ended up passing away a few years after that, right?
Yeah, 4 years later, yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, when I was 18.
True.
Yeah, so when we started to build a relationship, from that day, we started talking like every day, pretty much. And then the next summer came, and my little brother, that nigga got 14 kids, bro. He got 7 boys and 7 girls. And I was like super close to one of my brothers that passed away, and he had moved to Atlanta, so they was all living in Atlanta at the time. So he had asked me when the school year's over, he was like, yo, come to Atlanta for 2 weeks. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go down there and nigga keep me for the whole summer. Like that was cool though, because that's when I really got to know him. You know what I'm saying? I started to see how he lived day to day, like the kind of morals and shit that he stood on. And like he been in jail all this time. So I got mad questions that I'm not really asking because I don't want to seem like I'm just asking mad questions and shit, but I was learning shit like just through experience. And that was cool.
Yeah. And how'd you cope with his loss at the time too, man?
Man, I'm still dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was fucked up because a lot of people look at it like you didn't really know him for that long, so it might not hurt that bad. But it's kind of like, it's definitely worse to have something and lose it than to never have it at all. Like if he would have died and I didn't meet him, like it would have still hurt because like you created me. So it might not have hurt as bad though, because we was like just getting to know each other, and we was both realizing like how alike we was. You know what I'm saying? Like we started to do music together. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like we started to kick it outside, and it's like I was at the age when I met him where he didn't try to like be my dad, like you're on punishment, go clean your fucking room. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just like we was kind of like homies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Shoot. And what do you want people to know about your pops then?
That nigga was a genius, bro. He was a genius. Like the same way, like I meet a lot of people and they like the way they express my personality, like you know, it's an it factor in people, and he had it. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga was way ahead of his time in a way where I'm taking his old music and like, you know, stripping the vocals, getting new beats made, and finishing the songs. You know what I'm saying? He died in 2012. So that just speaks to how timeless his music is. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to tell anybody anything about him, it's like, he said something to me one day that I'll never forget. He said, when I told him that I wanted to do music and I didn't want to go to school no more, we was talking about it, and he was like, all right. And he didn't give me he didn't give me no resistance about it, the way like everybody else did. People telling me like, yo, think different, like be sure that this is what you want to do. And I asked him about it. I'm like, yo, why didn't you try to convince me otherwise? And he said, because when you got a plan B, you really don't got a plan A. And that shit, like, at the time, I was like, all right, that's some old nigga shit. Like, all right, like, if I ever heard some old nigga shit, it's that. Like, cool, but then as I got older, you know, he died when I was 18. Yeah, he died when I was 18, so when he told me that, I probably was like 16 or 17. But, yeah, you start to understand as you get older, and I feel like that now. And I still kind of disagree with some people about it, because they're like, nah, you always need to have a backup plan. But I'm gonna teach my kids the same way, bro. Like, whatever you wanna do, go all in. Because if you got time for a plan B, then you're not working hard enough at your plan A.
Real shit, man. Yeah. How many kids you got?
So I got one biological kid and another kid that I've been raising for some years. So I got 2 kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My biological kid is 10 months old today, actually. He's 10 months old today. Yeah. He back home. I ain't able to be with him today, but it's all good. But yeah, I got 2 kids, bro, 2 boys.
Okay. So what has being a father taught you about life, man?
I gotta slow the fuck down. That's what being a father taught me, because like having a baby will show you how dependent another person can be on you, to the extremist, like to most extreme. Like you can't do nothing by yourself. You can't wipe your ass. You can't feed yourself. So I gotta be conscious of the decisions I'm making day to day. And I'm 31, so having a kid this late, it's harder to kind of break habits. You get what I'm saying? Like it's harder to not think before I do something, or whatever the situation is. It's just I gotta think extra hard about what I'm about to do and how it's gonna affect the people that need me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Word.
So you mentioned you started rapping when you were 9?
9 years old, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 years old.
What motivated or inspired that at the time?
Yo, I don't know, bro. And it's crazy because like this is a question that you get a lot in interviews, and you would think that a motherfucker have an answer for this, but I really don't know. It's like, you know how like you a kid and you've been doing something so long that you can't remember the origin of it? Like my earliest memory of rap is my mom coming in my room and telling me, you have too many fucking notebooks in here. You need to do something with these shits. And they were all raps, bro. And I'm like 10 years old at the time, young as fuck. And that's my earliest memory of the shit. So I can't really, but I can tell you this though, right? So one day I'm watching BET 106 in Park. So I gotta be like 10 years old, because that shit discontinued a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching the music video, and it's the We Fly High video, the remix with Joel Santana on it, right? So I'm watching this shit, and I'm enjoying the music, but I'm wondering, how are you rapping and your ad-libs is playing in the back? Like, how are you saying both at the same time? There's no fucking way that this is possible, and I'm really watching this shit, focused, wondering, how the fuck is this shit going on? And that's when, I think that's one of the things that like created the interest in music. Like, I need to figure out how this shit is happening. And then by the time I figured it out, I was already rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then it just became a form of like expression. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how to tell you what's going on in my mind, but you can listen to this song, and you can know exactly what the fuck I'm thinking. And then by the time I realized that, like, I was rapping so early that I didn't even know you could get rich from this shit.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know rappers were rich. I didn't know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know that rap is a profession that young. When you like 11, 12 years old, like, it's different now, because these niggas that's 11, 12 got social media. They got their phones, they got TikTok where you can see rappers every day. We didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you probably like close to my age. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that shit back then. We had to turn on the TV to see them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't so indulged with their life. We didn't know their real names back then. Like you could just Google that shit now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I didn't even know.
And when did you start dropping music, releasing music then?
I think the first time I dropped a song was, like, I think I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
Nah, was I senior? Nah, it was, what year did Tiger drop Rack City?
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit had to be like, whatever that was, that's the first time I recorded over a beat and uploaded it on YouTube.
Oh, for real? You just rapped over the instrument?
Yeah, I just rapped over that, yeah. Like, I was already rapping and had songs of my own by then, but I didn't really have access to the studio really like that. So I was just in a situation where a nigga had a studio in his crib, and that's the only beat he had on his computer. I'm like, yo, load that up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was like 2012.
Okay.
2011 maybe.
What'd you do, throw it on SoundCloud, YouTube, or?
Just YouTube.
Okay.
Just YouTube. I don't even think I knew how to do a SoundCloud yet. But YouTube was just so easy because you remember how that shit used to look. It had live video and upload. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. I was like, yo, let me just upload this shit. I recorded that shit on Audacity, bro.
Oh, shit.
Audacity.
Yep. And what type of feedback were you getting back then? Like, were people fucking with it?
Yo, people was fucking with it. Like, people was fucking with it. Like, that's when, like, Uvo, like, you remember the Uvo shit?
Yep.
Like, that's when all that shit was going on. So, like, I recorded it, then I get on Uvo and play that shit live for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting good feedback before it was a thing like views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting pretty good feedback from that shit.
So after school, you ended up going to college for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What college did you go to? What were you trying to study and all that?
I went to a couple different colleges. I went to Morrisville State College. And when I went there, my major was communications, basically.
Okay.
I was trying to learn how to be an audio engineer, to do the music shit. You know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't go good.
Why you say that?
Because, bro, I got up there. So Morrisville is 40 minutes away from Syracuse. That's where I'm
close,
from, right?
huh?
It's close. That wasn't even the thing, though, right? So the thing was, the other students was mostly from downstate, like from the city or from Pennsylvania or something like that, right? And it's a school like next to a party city, so niggas is trying to get lit. And nigga, I was just the gateway to too many different things. Like niggas like, yo, we need some weed. What? I'm going back home, getting that shit, coming back, and now I'm not thinking about school. Like I'm not thinking about going to class. I'm waking up and my phone is ringing off the fucking hook. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get some money. And then the semester was near end, and they was like, yeah, you can't.
Oh, for real? They told you not
your
to
grades
come back,
are not good enough to come back. Yeah, so I was able to write an appeal and get back into the school. So I got back in. I just didn't want to go there no more because it was just like, it was too much. Like I was just associated with just he got the weed, and I know if I went back there, it was just gonna be the same thing.
Real shit.
So I was like, nah. And then I transferred to Herkimer after that. Herkimer Community College.
Where's that at?
It's in Utica.
Okay.
Utica, New York. Yep. That shit was smooth too.
Yeah. How long did you stay in that school then?
I stayed there for 2 semesters.
Oh shit.
I stayed there for 2 semesters, and I was playing sports there though. I went there and I was running track. I was on the track team, and then I started to play lacrosse for a little while. But then I dropped out of school after the second semester because my dad died, and that shit was
True. And you ended up joining the military, right? What branch did you join?
The Army.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to the Army in 2014. So after my pops died, I was just I didn't know what to do. Like, so I was just kind of doing a little bit of everything. I was rapping still, but Syracuse is a small market, so wasn't really going nowhere. I was just kind of performing for the same audience all the time. Like, it was no people there that could change the situation. So I was kind of just chasing my tail for a little while from 2012 to 2014. I was doing little stupid shit, getting in trouble here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just living regular life, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have no kids, no responsibilities. By this time, I'm like 19, 20 years old, so I'm just trying to get some money basically and smoke every day. Like, that's all I was really doing. So then, something had to change. Like, too much shit was going on. Like, the money wasn't good enough with the job I was doing and the little hustling I was. Like, I was making a couple of dollars, but it was sneaker money. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, really paying the bills with that shit. And then, like, a lot of my friends was going to jail. Like, it was mad shit going on. So I knew if I stayed in that situation, that I was either gonna go to jail or I was just gonna be broke and just be another nigga in Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to do that. So I thought that if I went to the military, I could fund my career, I could meet people, I could travel. The grand scheme of everything has always been music. Like, it's always been to how can I get to the next step and fund my career. And at the time, I thought that was the military, but I was wrong as fuck. Again.
So I think you didn't have a good experience in the military.
Nah, it was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent. It just wasn't what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a situation that I don't regret, but I wouldn't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Where were you stationed at?
So first, I went to boot camp in Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Okay.
That shit was crazy as fuck because it was November, but it was still hot as fuck. And I couldn't understand that. It was hot in the beginning, but then like the second month, it got cold as fuck. And nigga, yeah. So I went from South Carolina to Fort Lee, Virginia, at AIT school, and then I graduated that, and I went to Fort Drum, New York.
Okay.
70 miles away from Syracuse, bro.
Still too close.
So what did I do this shit for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
end up right back in the same area.
yeah, and that played a role in why my career went the way it did in the military. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's me because I mean I'm the one making the decisions ultimately. But if I wasn't, like, if the time wasn't so accessible to me, I would have been able to stay away longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And with that, it's a 4-year contract, right, or something like that, or is it 2 years?
The contract is dependent on the job you pick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some contracts is like 4 to 6 years. Some contracts is 3.5, which mine was. It was 3.5.
Okay. So you finished your contract and just said, fuck this shit, or you didn't make it through it?
So this how the military will fuck you, right? Let me put you onto this shit. So my contract was a 3-year contract, right? And in my experience, like I was a good soldier in terms of like what my numbers was, like, you know, my shooting was good, my PT was good, and like my land nav, everything was good, you know what I'm saying? But I was still getting in trouble doing like basic shit. But the problem is it's the military. You can't do regular shit that you was doing in the streets. But the Army is like a big ass gang, bro. Like it's mad people that's from the streets in the military. So you get on a post where it's 10,000 people, and you start to click up with people, you know what I'm saying? The people that like to hunt be together, the people that got a certain background be together, you know what I'm saying? It was just a situation where I met a lot of motherfuckers like me. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. But it was a decent experience as far as like being in the military. I learned a lot of shit, I was able to do a lot of shit, and I know a lot of things now that I wouldn't know if I didn't go and get that experience. But the problem was I was young, bro. Like, I wasn't able to, I didn't have a problem with authority because I've been playing sports my whole life, and that's all that shit is authority anyway. Yeah. It's just I wasn't willing to allow certain things for the advancement in my career. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't willing to let you get so close to my face that your nose is touching my nose while you yelling after you just bit an onion or some shit like that. And they used to do shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to allow that, and I'm not about to kiss nobody's ass to advance my shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, all right, I could ride it to the end of the contract, but after that,
fuck that
I'm not
shit.
doing this shit no more.
I don't blame you, man.
But they got me out though. Like I got out right before the end of my shit, right? But to get a lot of benefits, you have to have a certain amount of time active duty. Yeah. And my separation date is 1 week before.
Damn. So they cut you off.
They cut me short. Yeah. But I still got some of my benefits, but some shit be harder to do because they be like, oh, technically you don't have this many years. I'm like, bro, I got 348 days or some shit. Like what the fuck? Like, but they don't be willing to overlook that kind of shit, bro. They'll really make you. They make you do a lot, bro.
Shit wild, man. Shit wild. All right, so we got the new project about to drop out next week, right?
Yeah,
PTSD.
Next week. Yeah, PTSD. Yeah, that should drop next week, man.
So first off, explain the title, why PTSD for this project, bro?
So it's crazy because I was gonna call the project parasomnia before PTSD. A lot of people don't know what that is. So parasomnia is basically a condition where, well, a side effect of that condition is you can have reoccurring nightmares, right? And I was gonna name it that because every song is kind of like tailored to an experience that I really experienced in real life, right? So it's kind of like every song is like almost a nightmare experience. So if parasomnia is reoccurring nightmares, then it makes sense, right? But it was just like parasomnia just didn't feel like it fit the way PTSD does because I'm actually diagnosed with PTSD. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's on paper, you get what I'm saying? And it just perfectly explains everything, you know what I'm saying? Just from the losses I experienced from young to now, you know what I'm saying? Just like, and my father dying was one of the first things that, you know, kind of made it crazy. And then, of course, I'm from Syracuse, bro. I got a lot of friends that passed away, you know what I'm saying? So just pinpointing these experiences just made it whole, calling it PTSD for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a relatable thing. I'm not the only one. Everybody in here probably got PTSD, whether it's diagnosed or not. You know what I'm saying? This America, bro. We all seen shit we wasn't supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? Like we just not wired to see these things and lead a normal life after that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's also kind of like a call to people to, like, yeah, it's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. That shit is not your fault that you seen this, or that your friend died in your arms, or what I'm saying, or even that you came home and all your shit was on the front lawn. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen that shit a lot of times too. Like motherfucking mom crying in the middle of the street because this is all she had. Like she already didn't have enough money to feed her kids, and now she can't even afford a place for them to stay.
Yeah.
Because she owed 2 months of rent or 3 months of rent or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so PTSD, I feel like that shit gonna ring across the nation. Like, it's international though, because it's poverty everywhere.
Of course,
you feel me?
yeah.
But,
So I think this is gonna be a very personal album.
Oh yeah, it's definitely my most personal work, like to date. Like, 'cause I got other projects that's out, but I feel like I announced this as my first release because it's my first release as like a seasoned artist. You know what I'm saying? Obviously with the label and shit too, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was it very therapeutic recording this project then, or?
Bro, the first song on the album is called Therapy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that answered the question in itself. Like, it was though, but it's not therapeutic in the way people think. Like, people like think of therapy like, all right, it feels good to get this shit off your chest, when in reality it was hard as fuck to talk about any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, like, vulnerability is hard to show as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be vulnerable with people because motherfuckers look at you and like, this nigga weak. Or like, stop crying, nigga, man up. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling people that my whole life, and people been telling me that my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So to be vulnerable and talk about not only the shit that happened, but how it affected you. You know what I'm saying? Because I could talk about how it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what people don't see is like me waking up, sweating like a motherfucker at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, waking up and reaching for something that's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe just seeing my baby and just crying, bro. Like, I gotta go in the other room because that shit just like hit something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes I don't even be knowing why. And that be the shit that's crazy. Can't even tell somebody why.
Yeah.
My girl come in, like that shit, like the shit I just said about like seeing my baby and crying. Like, my girl came in the room like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what happened? I'm like, bro, I don't know. And she looking at me like, nigga, you don't know. She like, all right, well, I'm here for you if you want to talk about anything. Like, well,
So what type of vibes are on these projects? Is it all like pain music, is it all pretty dark, or is there some uplifting shit on there, or?
it's definitely some uplifting shit on there.
Okay.
It is some uplifting shit on there, but the way I sequenced it, it's gonna let the vibe sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I open it up, like, you know, I open up the album with what you could kind of expect from it. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, I might up the energy here, but then I'll bring it back down to remind people what the album is about. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants some shit that they could bop to, and that shit is gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice, so that shit gonna be on there anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna remind people too that, like, it's all right to not turn up all the time, bro. Because, like, you can't go through some shit and then turn on that shit that's gonna have you go like this and think that the shit gonna go away. Like, for the moment, you're gonna feel the little euphoria in the moment. But then when you go home, nigga, and all the music is quiet and the kids asleep and your girl at work and you in there by yourself, that's when life really gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna remind you what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's all right. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta face that shit, like, you gotta face it head on.
Any features on there, or since it's such a personal album, you going solo on this one?
So I got my father on there.
Okay.
I got Bad News on there, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Cuz. I got him on there. I got a young boy, No Trust. He from Syracuse. I got him on there. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
And you just signed a new deal with Secure the Bag, man.
Yeah.
How'd that come about, bro?
Yep. So with Secure the Bag, it was like, shout out to Ryan Kane first and foremost. He the CEO of the label. Shout out to bro, right, for making this shit more possible than it already was, right? So I seen him watching my story like a couple times here and there, but I didn't really know who he was. Like, I go on his page and see he be with everybody, so like, all right, you lit, but I didn't know that he had a label, or like, he was label owner or nothing like that. So one day, I'm just on the page and I seen, it was like, yo, like, pay this much and we could get a FaceTime call with the CEO of the label. I'm like, oh, all right. Usually I don't even go for that kind of shit because a lot of this shit be a scam, for one, and then two, like, I'm not like, I don't not try to pay for shit, but I try to pay for shit at a minimum rate. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of motherfuckers are taking money and they not even provide the service that they said they would render anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we get on the FaceTime call. He was with me too. We get on the FaceTime call and we just talked for like 20 minutes. It was only supposed to be a 30-minute call, but we just talked for 20 minutes, not about music, just about everything else, just about life. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids, you know what I'm saying? Just work, hustling, working out. We was talking about working out for a minute too, because he really be in the gym and shit. But then after we talked, we played a song. And then he was like, send me another one. Then I played another song. And after the second song, he was like, all right, these are the kind of deals we offer, and this is the one we want to give you. So I was like, all right, bet. So then we talked about it. He sent a contract. I read it over with my lawyer, shout out to Jules and Napalm Management. I read it over with him, and then we got it going.
Oh, shit. Shoot. How motivating is that then?
It's crazy because it's just like relit an old fire that was kind of like burning low. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been grinding for so long. Like, I've been doing this shit seriously since I was like 19, 20 years old, and I'm 31 now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, fuck what I was doing before that. Just like, after spending the money so many times with the wrong people and trying and failing, it just get hard to stay consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? And I love it, so that was a factor. Like, that was, because when I'm not creating, I don't even feel like me. You know what I'm saying? It's always a void there when I'm not doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, what God called me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it made it easier to lock back in again, like how I was before. You know what I'm saying?
I dig that, man. What's the first video you plan to roll out from the project, man?
Therapy.
Okay.
The first one, the first song on the project.
Okay.
'Cause I already got one video that's out, because one of the songs on the album is already out.
Sliding?
Sliding, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to be on the project?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do have any expectations when you put out this project, or you just kind of put it out and see what it does? Or?
Nah, I definitely got expectations now because I put out projects and flopped before. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's definitely things that I did different this time, like marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I put it out and be like, yo, I got a decent following on these platforms, maybe that'd be enough, but it's never enough.
Yeah.
That shit's never enough. And then like, I don't got enough followers to where I can just drop it on a platform and 1 million people would see it. So I gotta do my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So I got professionals doing my marketing now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here doing the press run in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting ready for when this shit to drop. Everything could go the same time.
Okay.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting the big initial push. By the time that shit died down, I just gotta put the bag up again.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And what's your thoughts on the music scene in Syracuse right now, man? I see a lot of talent in the city, bro.
Yeah. So it's definitely a lot of talent in the city. It's a lot of young dudes that I'm starting to get familiar with. So like, it's a lot of them niggas. I can't even really name too many of them. But it's still the people that been around. I mean, the veterans, like the people that you know about. But it's going good right now. I see it going in the right direction. I see Syracuse building their own identity and not just trying to copy everything else that's going on. And that's good because we New York. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sounding like Atlanta and sounding like Chicago and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them cities though. And I fuck with them sounds, but just for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, New York's still the mecca of this shit,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, bro. And we gotta fucking act like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's good now. It's in good hands right now, especially in the upstate New York scene. You know what I'm saying? With all the people that's lit right now, it's in great hands.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I plan to carry the torch farther.
So what's some goals you got set for yourself, say short term, next year or two, man?
Next year or two, I just want to continue to build connections, and wherever that shit take me. I mean, the end goal is the end goal, and I know I'm gonna get there. So my plan for next year is just to be closer to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what that's gonna be, but it's definitely not gonna be. I'm definitely gonna be farther where I am today.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that means. Hopefully I can get to link up with the other people that's from my region that's making noise right now, and then I can continue to pull back. You know what I mean? Pull people through.
Yep. And you talk about working on some music with your pops, man. Like,
Yeah.
one's gonna be on this project. What's the plans with the rest of it?
So basically, he got a lot of music that didn't come out, and he got a lot of music that did come out. But when in 2012, the DSPs wasn't really a thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. So a lot of that music was just on like Dat Piff, for example, but it got took down.
Yeah.
So I'm just going, as I feel inspiration, I'm gonna pull back from some of them records, you know, get the production redone, get it touched up, and then I'm gonna re-release it. But I just gotta consistently remind myself not to just go do it at my leisure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only so much of it. So I gotta do it like this. The record on it is called Hustling. That's the record that's on the album right now.
Okay.
And it was real inspiration. Like, I went back and listened to the song, and it lit a torch inside me. You know what I'm saying? It made me go do it. So I just want to keep it like that, so where I feel inspiration and think about one of the songs, like, yeah, I need to go do this now. Like, versus just like, oh, let me go pick from one and then just try to keep it.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep this shit alive as long as my career be alive. And you got enough music for me to do that if I do it the right way.
No, that's hard. Can't wait to hear what you do with it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. What's some advice you would share to the youth coming up right now?
Just, I feel like I would tell a young artist that I fuck with to just stay the course, bro, because it's gonna get hard. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna spend your last money on it. You're gonna lose some opportunities. You're gonna fuck up. You're definitely gonna fuck up. So don't let that fuck up discourage you. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing worth having is easy. You know what I'm saying? So if you could see the shit through to the end, you'll be happy, rather than if you go 20 years down the line when you stop and be like, damn, what if I kept going? Like, damn, this nigga got on, I'm way better than him, or I was way better than him 10 years ago when I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no worse feeling than that. You know what I'm saying? And it's always somebody watching you. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta make sure when you swing, you don't miss. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if you miss, nigga, you gotta get back in line.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't wanna get back in line. Word, that ass, bro.
Nah, wise words right there, for
Word.
sure, man. Go ahead and plug your social media so folks know where to tap in with you, bro.
All right, man. Follow me on Instagram at ty.vegas, ty.vegas. And it's the same across all socials. On TikTok, YouTube, T.Y Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, Apple Music is T.Y Vegas, but the S is a $sign, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 pages up there, but the first page I was young and stupid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I don't even know if I can access that shit anymore. And there's one song on there. There's one song on that shit. So use your fucking critical thinking. When you look and see it's one song versus 3 albums or some shit, it's that one. TYVEGA $sign. That's where you can find me. You know what I'm saying? On the DSPs.
All right, for sure, bro. Any shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up?
Man, shout out to Womo Tizzy, man. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my girl because she at home with the kids right now. You know what I'm saying? I know they driving her fucking crazy. And I know when I get home, she's gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have the little ones. Shout out to Jules at Napalm Management. Shout out to Secure the Bag. Shout out to my fucking city, Syracuse, New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my uncle for pulling up, man, chilling in the cut like peroxide and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking Off the Porch, man. We here.
Rolling around my 9, yeah. I'm just passing the time. Shit right on my lap, I don't grab from my side. Nigga reaching, he jump in his car.